over his home. It all happens right on tape. I mean, it is unimpeachable. It is absolutely what it appears to be, whether it's an unknown military device that we've never heard of before, or whether it's an alien craft from another planet. That remains a mystery. But I've never seen in my sky, Georgia view, above my home here in Los Angeles, I've not seen a sole flying craft, metallic, apparently defying gravity, no form of propulsion speed. I mean, it flies away, we estimate this, but it flies away maybe a mile in like a second.
Yeah, and another thing is it does a U-turn on a dime, which is pretty amazing. Basically, I do have some theories on it. There is the location that I shot the UFO is around the Superstition Mountain area, and Superstition Mountain is notorious for UFO reports. And I've seen a lot of daylight reports as well. And sure enough, set up a video camera around the location. Like I said before, it's only a matter of time before you start videotaping these things because they are real and they are in our sky.
Are you seeing, like in Phoenix, these large triangular-shaped objects, Jeff?
Absolutely. I've videotaped at least 3 triangular-shaped objects. One is recent, is March 6th. Last weekend, the 20th of this month, I videotaped some more lights north of my house, and I will have that video up on my website tomorrow. By the way, my website's ufosoverphoenix.com, and I do keep track of these objects all the time. I'm out there all the time waiting for these things.
You better have a good server, Jeff, or we're going to crush it tonight.
By the way, George, Jeff is one of the people that we focused on the last couple of years. At the same time we were focusing on Jeff, another group of people have emerged, individuals mainly, but in different parts of the world. One guy has just presented a cache of footage today that I must tell you will drive my next 2 years of programs. But not only Jeff, I don't want people to think that Jeff Willis is the only person. He's one of the most dedicated and one of the most successful in what he does. But there are other people starting to emerge now that are shooting things that are mind-boggling. And I must tell people that anyone who suggests that there's not a lot of UFO footage being amassed must be either on another planet, literally, or not even their home. There's more UFO footage of a flying saucer and things that look like actual structures, I would say crafts in the neighborhood of like a Star Trek episode that are being shot both above the earth and in space, George. And the only thing that I think people need to recognize is that our TV industry, our film industry, are not really focusing on the true information. And we know, keeping this information flowing, people recognize there's a lot of things happening in our sky that can't be explained as, hoaxes or frauds or things like they said millions ago. There's absolute evidence that there are unknown craft in our skies, and Jeff and 2 other people are doing the really hard work. There's one case in particular we're looking at, if you can imagine. A guy, without filming, what appears to be glowing flying saucers, similar to what Jeff shot, but at night, coming in an amazing display, almost like a fleet of UFOs. Sometime later in the early morning, as it starts to get bright at dawn, a helicopter, a Sikorsky helicopter, a military helicopter, comes in about 10 yards over the ground, literally hovering above this house for maybe 30 minutes, as it does the most extraordinary scientific testing I have ever seen a helicopter do. It opens up a huge doorway, a huge camera starts shooting massive pictures. I've never seen anything like it, but the public needs the kind of footage besides Jeff Willis that guy is doing, this other guy I'm telling you about, where a Sikorsky military helicopter is studying him after he shot one of the most extraordinary UFO events at night I've ever seen. People are getting explored. And I make this comment, by the way, to you, George, about people that have claimed